Hi, everybody. It is June the 10th, and I have a little background, little history for you. My dad died about 3 years ago. It was kind of sudden, but I mean, he abused his body terribly with alcohol and smoking and no sleeping and things like that. So it wasn't a huge surprise. We were actually kind of surprised his body didn't give out sooner. But when he died, he didn't make any kind of wishes or accommodations for my brothers and myself, for anything of his. He was married at the time, and his wife, she was like, "You're not getting anything of your dad's," and then we're like, okay. At first it stung, because it's like, a little memento, something to remind us, that we had a dad, because he was very absentee, all our lives. And, my parents were divorced when I was 3, but, just something. But she was kind of bitter. And, we weren't around a lot because my brothers and I, even though my dad was alcoholic and he owned a bar, and, that was his bar friends were much more important than we were. We never got into that scene. My brothers and I, not even religiously for any reason, probably in response to our father, we never were big. We didn't drink. We didn't party. Definitely didn't hang out at bars. We don't smoke. And so, your dad, would be like, "Hey, why don't you come and hang out at the bar?" And it's like, why? Why don't you come to our house and have dinner? And eventually he even kind of bowed out of things like that. So fast forward a couple of days ago, and I just found out today, his wife just died. She died very suddenly. But again, she's hard smoker, hard drinker, and evidently she had bone cancer, so it didn't surprise me. But her sister contacted us, and I think trying to figure out like what we're going to get her, if we could contest a will. And we're like, she wouldn't leave anything to us. She wouldn't even, give us a inkling from when our dad died. We know she didn't. And they're like, "Well, you should fight it." And it's like, no, that's not who we are. And so my first kind of reaction when she died was like, "Yeah, good riddance," or "That doesn't surprise me," which probably shouldn't be. And I really had to ask God, I want to pray for her, because you hear in the Bible when God says somebody has turned their heart to stone against him. Her heart was stone, and I can see that so much now. But even after my dad died, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, send invitations to come over, say, "We'll pick you up if you need a ride," send birthday cards, and hadn't heard a peep. And so part of me wanted to get kind of irritated or mad again, losing all my dad's stuff. But then I began to think back. I'm like, you know what? It's not her fault. She is in her rights to do whatever she wants with all of his stuff. If he had wanted us to have anything, he could have made concessions for that before he died. But, he didn't really give us anything while he was alive. Why would we expect anything after he was dead? And so I really had to relinquish some of that today, because it was totally unfair to put any of it on her, I think. Was she a hard woman? Yeah. Was she unhappy? Yes. Was hard-hearted? Yes. And I feel pity for her now more than anything. And so I did pray for her, and hopefully, she knew God. And I don't know. I have my suspicions, but I think the fact that I just gave that up and, forgave her and my dad for their treatment, it's freeing. And that was totally through the help of, God, because I don't have that kind of kindness in my heart. I would hope I do, but it's something I have to work on. And so people can wrong you. They will wrong you, but that doesn't have to have a hold on you. And so I'm not going to let that. Tegan says no too, so if you can hear her barking. But that's where God found me today after the death of my ex-stepmom, my stepmom, I guess. Um, and I pray for her, and I pray for her family, um, because, yeah, there were bad relations there too. So it's just a place that God needs to be. And forgiveness, He's always there. So forgiveness is a great place to start with anything. And that's where He found me today.